From formation to taxation, covering inflation, temptation, high expectations, and that dreaded stagnation, we bring to you Hip Nation.
Welcome back to another episode of Hip Nation. Our guest's phone is ringing right now, so it's distracting me.
Oh, no, it's on vibrate. Who said that was his phone?
Oh, yeah, it was vibrating.
He just told me to call him like 8 times.
Somebody's
actually, mine.
Okay, put the phones away, babe. Said he's going to take a call.
Mine was on vibrate. Mine was just on vibrate. I'm sorry.
If you have to
I'm
take
sorry.
that, go.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just...
Okay. Whatever then. My name's Sarah. I'm here today with Jenny. And we have, oh no, my phone's doing it. Shit.
Yes,
Who's
we all
professional?
are on
Holy
it.
shit.
No.
Okay, back to it. Make sure to hit the follow / subscribe / rate buttons on whatever platform you're listening to this on, because we could always use your free support. That being said, if you like what you hear, we could always use your monetary support too, because as we said last time, we do this for free.
We have so much fun. It actually costs me money because I have to buy beers every freaking time.
No, you don't have to. I should probably just bring some beer.
No, I choose to. It makes me better.
That's true.
People like me more. Right.
Cheers.
And also there's a link to buy the books that our guests recommend right on our website, graphicallyhip.com / I think it's Hip Nation.
Does that include audiobooks too?
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay, cool. Because I was going to say like books.
And if it doesn't, maybe I'll look into that.
You should.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think so.
The donate link is at the end of the episode description. So like the actual typed out description of our guest and all of that fun stuff. It's right at the end of that. And our guest today is someone that Jenny's going to introduce.
Well, you know what? Because I'm so excited. This is Nathan Penner from One Eye Shut. And I'm stoked just because we're in the same industry. He's one of my role models, somebody I look up to and love to pick his brain. I said one of them, not the one, like easy.
Okay, well, it's just, ice just froze over again. That's okay. Everything was.
Welcome to a relationship with me.
I don't know if I'm happy or sad to be here now.
But Nathan is a photographer and a videographer and has some just epic fucking work and is just a really cool person to know. So, let's get right into it then.
Oh, I'm blushing.
Yeah.
I'm blushing already. Like
That's what
my
people
cheeks
do when they come
probably
here.
feel rosy right now.
It's the low alcohol beer I brought for you.
It just goes right to my head. I'm not going to say the name because I'll be embarrassed.
It might be a conflict of interest in some ways too.
Yeah. I don't want to. It's not a local brand of beer, so I got to keep it local here because I love supporting local.
Yes,
That's
you sure
right.
do.
Hi guys.
Hi.
My
So
name's
happy to have
Nathan,
you.
and I'm at the Hip Nation podcast right now.
You are.
And we're jamming. I'm
So
loving
fun.
this.
Hip as fuck.
This is great.
Yeah. Frick. So, tell us about you. Where are you from? What do you do? What's going on?
Oh man, where I'm from. This is always a doozy. So, born and raised in BC. Mm-hmm. I grew up in a small town up north called Prince George. Don't really tell too many people that because it was a dark time in my life.
Aww.
Oh yeah, well, gosh.
I tell that
have you
to
been to
people
Prince George?
about my hometown.
Yeah,
too. I grew up in Merritt.
Oh my lord! So yeah, grew up in Prince George. Went to Kelly Road Secondary School. Mm-hmm. It was known as the tough school, which was just all the idiots that went to my school went to all the other schools to start fights.
Yeah.
Real proud.
Were you one of them?
Oh no, no.
Peacemaker.
No, I was always ousted because I was friends with all of the little factions of groups. So they're just like, "Ugh, you don't listen to the same music we do all the time. Yeah, we're gonna beat you up. You're not our friend anymore." I'm like, "Yeah, cool, great.
See you in a week.
Yeah.
We'll be bros."
It was awesome. So I started hanging out with everybody else at other high schools and realized there's a lot more cooler people out in the world.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
That's
and
cool.
that's when I realized that Prince George was bigger than just my high school.
Yeah.
And met still some of like my good friends that I talk to even today.
So a lot of
which
your
is
friends
awesome.
that you still talk to today, are they still in Prince George, or have a lot of them left as well?
No, some of them are still living in Prince George.
Do you
I don't
go
know
back there and
why
have
they
just
are.
a
No,
killer time,
no. I convinced my parents to buy property in Summerland.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, in Okanagan in general. So it was about, I think, 18 years ago now. My parents ended up buying a house blindly from our realtor friend that lives down here. They didn't even look at the place, and they just bought it
Holy shit.
just because it was dirt cheap at the time.
Yeah.
And that was it. They ended up buying a second place actually in Summerland, and then they sold their one place in Prince George, and they moved into the other place while they rented the other place, and then the renters were just constantly like horrific, so they ended up selling that place, and then they just put that all into the one property. So we just own the one nice house in Summerland now that has
shit.
fruit trees, and
Cool.
it's awesome.
Do you have to like maintain those?
Yeah,
fruit
yeah, it sucks.
How old were you though? Like, let's go back to that. How old were you when you did come here?
I moved here. I've been coming here my whole life.
You're right. Okay.
I've literally been coming here since I was a kid. I did the Okanagan Major League Baseball camp in Oliver.
Oh,
Whoa.
cool.
Went there for, I think it was like 3 years straight. And probably the best times of my life was just playing baseball for 2 weeks in the heat of the Okanagan in Oliver. I think one time it was plus 46 in the field, and I was playing center field, and my right fielder passed out from heat exhaustion.
Holy shit.
And the coach just blew the whistle, and he's like, "Everybody to the pool!" And we all just ran to the pool
amazing.
and
Cool.
jumped in, and the coaches were hitting on the lifeguards. We were like running around, like causing havoc in the pool,
Nice.
pretending to like do diving catches into the water.
Of
and,
course, yeah.
it
You're
was
painting
it was
a really
the
good picture of
best.
this.
Oh, it was the best time of my life.
I just picture like the Sandlot. Do you remember that
Yes.
movie? But
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
I lived
Sandlot,
the
like,
Sandlot.
You did totally.
I fucking loved every second of it.
Yeah.
That was
So-
one of my favorite
Me
movies.
too. Yeah.
One of my
Films,
sorry.
Fuck.
Talking about films now.
You talked to
So
a videographer.
Yes.
in the baseball camp, they asked me to stay an extra week because I was a really good pitcher at the time. And they were having the older kids the next week, and they wanted to see how I do against them. So I asked my parents, I was like, well, they want me to stay an extra week. And like, is that cool?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
whatever.
we don't want you.
Let's do it. Yeah. It was like
We wanna
heaven
go
to
get
them.
to
Yeah.
Lake, like,
They're staying at
vacay.
Gallagher Lake, like swimming in the lake every day. So I was like, yeah. They didn't care.
Fuck you, son.
And I stayed with the coaches and like the whole staff for the weekend because they're just like, oh, just stay like with the gang, like keep everybody together.
Yeah.
It was me and 3 other kids that were invited to stay for the next week.
Yeah.
And we stayed at this one hotel, and all the coaches started like drinking and stuff like that. And they were going to go out partying, and we ended up watching a movie, and that movie was Demon Knight. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Demon Knight.
No.
Jada was in it. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh,
you know?
really? Oh, let's start stirring that pot. now.
Recent
Let's
stuff. Nah, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to.
Keep my wife's
yeah,
name.
she is like starring in Demon Knight, but to this day, it's still like one of my favorite horror movies.
Really?
Yeah, Billy Zane plays this demon that's coming to
He
get
looks
this
demon.
key. Oh, he was so good in it.
Yeah, I feel
and
like
he's
he
just
would
like that suave like demon, but super sarcastic and
Yeah.
just kind of like evil dude.
Yeah.
Awesome movie. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a Tales from the Crypt film.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
Tales
yeah.
from the Crypt, and then they made Bordello of Blood.
Yeah, saw
That seems like
I
such
remember
a
that.
Billy Zane thing to do.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But we watched this movie. I think I was like 15 or 16 at the time. They put this movie on. It's like blood, guts, gore, like tits everywhere. And I'm just like,
Nice. What's it called again?
like, oh my God, this is amazing. And they go out, and then I'm hanging out with there with like a bunch of these dudes that I don't know that we're all playing baseball with. And
Yeah.
they left some like liquor in the fridge or in the freezer. I can't remember if it was like rum or vodka or something like that. But one of the kids grabbed it, put it into like a 2 liter of Coke.
Yeah.
And we all just had like a drink. I think I maybe had like 2 swigs of it tops. And And we were all just like joking around and like didn't even get drunk. But
Yeah.
the next day, the coaches like find out. They realized that we drank their stuff, and they're like, I guess they talked amongst themselves to like what they should do to like punish us. And
Yeah.
the first day of the new week of baseball camp,
Yeah.
we're all getting punished.
Yeah.
So they make us go to this hill that's in the backside of the ball fields and make us run up and down the hill until we admitted that we drank the liquor, and
Yeah.
they were like not going to tell our parents. And
Wow.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I drank it. You guys left it.
Yeah.
You guys showed us like adult films
Yeah.
and left open liquor around children.
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky I don't report you to the cops.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you guys shouldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Let's go play baseball already. And then it was awesome.
Oh God.
But that was
Amazing.
just some of my childhood in the Okanagan.
Right. Yeah. No wonder you came back.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
But I've been coming, like getting back onto that. I've been coming to the Okanagan pretty much consistently every summer of my life, to the point that I spent my 20s at Skaha Beach
Yeah.
just listening to rap music and drinking my face off and
Nice.
staying at Skaha Tent and Trailer.
Oh
And
yeah.
constantly being told to keep quiet.
Yeah.
Because we'd always just be sitting outside of our tent, still talking and like
Yeah.
like a whisper, and the owner would still come over and be like, "Shh,
Yeah.
there's people trying to sleep. There's people trying to sleep."
A convent or something.
Yeah, and we're like, "Oh, sorry." And then we get partying again, and then he'd come back and be like, "Shh."
Yeah.
Well, in your 20s, it's so hard to.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But then we'd
God.
go to the pirate ship playground, which was only maybe like 50 feet away, and be screaming our heads off. And like,
Yeah.
I'm sure we kept like the whole playground up
Oh, totally.
all that time too, and wouldn't shower for like 7 days straight and just wash in the lake. It was disgusting.
Oh God, that's gross.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
disgusting.
That's like people who don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom.
Like, ew, who does
Yeah.
that?
But let's see, like after all like the 20s and stuff like that, I've only recently moved to the Okanagan. It was right after my dad died, and that was in 2018 in March.
Oh, okay.
And that was like the main reason why I moved up here, is because my dad's cancer came back really aggressively.
Oh, okay.
And he passed away shortly after I moved here.
Oh, sorry.
So it sucks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
It was awful
shitty.
because I was
Fuck cancer, man.
was planning on moving up here already, and I had an exit plan for Vancouver. Like, I was there for 16 years, and I was done with the city as it is.
Yeah.
But the building I was living in was going to be knocking the place down.
Oh, okay.
So it was on a countdown as it is, and I was like, okay, well, when they kick me out, I'm just going to move to the Okanagan.
Yeah.
And when I did get that news that they were going to be like turning it down, I was like, okay, well, I can just move whenever.
Yeah.
And they actually paid me to move out anyways.
Oh, cool.
Which was great
Whoa.
because I think I got like, I don't know, like $2,000 or something like that to move out of the place, which I used to fund like me moving my ass up here. So
Yeah.
it was good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Right on.
But it just was really shitty that my dad's lymphoma came back.
Yeah.
Like literally, it was 2 years on the day
Yeah.
that he had a stem cell treatment. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys have seen that, where it's like you farm your white blood cells and you go and like have all your stem cells done, so it like pretty much clean slates your immune system.
Right.
So it makes you
It's
really
like
dangerous.
revolutionary, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, like I don't know if it bought him 2 more years or what, but it was weird how it was literally 2 years on his celebration of like getting that treatment. It just like he found out that it came back super aggressive to attacking like his brains and his lymph node and his groin and stuff like that. But
Fuck.
he was, it was shitty.
So
It
it's
was really
you and
shitty.
mom now.
Yeah.
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 That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I moved up here too.
Yeah.
Well, it was like I didn't think I was going to be moving back into the family home, but
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is like the one place it seems like I haven't lived in BC, and I don't know why it took me this long to get here.
No kidding. You're never gonna leave now, hey?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no,
You
I'm
love
putting
it.
roots
Stick-
in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is too awesome,
I know.
and like I don't want to live on the island. The island's cool.
I love the island. I
But
do love the island.
If
but
I was going to live anywhere, I'd be in Tofino. But man, that place is so jammed now.
I've never been there before, but I love
You
it.
gotta
I love
go.
Victoria. I just love going to the island, and I've only been there like 3 times.
If you haven't been to Tofino,
Go.
Tofino is
it's
incredible.
a hippie town.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's 100% a hippie town.
Oh
Is it
yeah.
hippie town?
but like just for views alone and just walking along the
views.
beaches,
Yeah.
you would love it.
Yeah.
You'd be shooting the shit out of it.
Take your drone,
Oh yeah.
like without having to get permission.
No, yeah.
Like
But
you
there's
can
no airfields near there at all.
Right, so you're good.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. It does have beautiful views. I could
it's
do
stunning.
without the town itself, but
Yeah.
the views
yeah.
are amazing.
Oh, I just went to the brewery, the Tofino Brewery,
enough.
You like beer?
and drank my beer. Yeah. Beer's been rocking my guts hard lately.
That's it.
Yeah, I've been
Take a
reducing my beer intake
Oh,
lately.
fuck. Well, you can have this cooler then that I brought. if
It's
you
fine.
want.
This is
Barely a beer. I know.
light. It's fine. It's fine.
Light.
If I start squirming uncontrollably,
We'll
then
be
I
fighting
might
over
have
that
to.
bathroom real quick
Yeah.
At least one of you will wash your hands, though.
Yes. Touche.
So,
I thought we were in a rush.
did you live in Tofino?
No. I've just been
visited.
there a couple times, and it's gorgeous. Like if you haven't been, I lived in Victoria for 7 months.
Yep.
And that was
I love
cool.
Victoria.
Beautiful.
There's such a it doesn't matter to you, but like their gay community is fucking awesome there. I
Doesn't
love it.
matter to me. I love gay
well,
people.
I know,
It's
but
like-
yeah. I mean, I shouldn't have said it like that, but it's just I just feel so comfortable and so happy when I'm there because you just feel like you're part of
It's
the
like
family.
Little San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Yeah.
I've
Cool.
been called an ally,
Oh, fist
which
me.
I learned
Right
I
on.
learned that was a thing, and I was like, oh, cool.
Fuck yeah,
I was like,
you
this
are
sounds
an
like a
ally.
war.
Ally.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
Would you
it
call,
does
just
sound-
call me Allie?
I've been watching Game of Thrones, so the word ally is like
like,
lighting
oh.
all kinds of things off in my
I
head.
never got into that. Lucy loves it, but I don't watch it.
You don't watch any of the good shit.
Game?
Yeah, no, never got into it. And she would even have like people over to watch it at the house, and I would just sit and edit on my computer, and
You
they
know,
would be doing it.
I only started watching it like a month ago. Before I was like I don't
when
like
the guy
things when they're
started,
brand
wasn't there
new,
like a
you
guy
know?
fucking his cousin or his sister or
Sister.
something? And I was
Yeah.
just like, is it weird that I'm getting turned on by this right now? I don't feel right about it.
It's
so I gotta get out
Khaleesi.
of
You
it.
gotta. There's like some enjoyment in that, but it's still
that-
like
oh,
I shouldn't be watching this.
She is
but
good
I'm
looking.
watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
He's
gotta.
also very good looking.
family
I know
ship.
that doesn't matter to you, Jenna.
No.
Are you talking about Momoa? You talking about when he is doing the scenes, or
No.
the
was that
the
who that
creepy,
is? That
the creepy?
big guy? That's
Momoa's
Jason
in it.
Momoa?
Yeah.
Is that how he got famous?
I think so.
Well, plus he was in Baywatch for a bit, but that's
Yeah.
just when he was like the little starry-eyed boy. Like
Really?
he was scrawny in Baywatch.
I guess you're the
What?
guy to go to for all things like film.
I know stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I know a
Yeah,
lot of
that.
really stupid shit.
Just
But
true.
you
It's important to
ask
you.
me a question about something important, I won't be able to tell you.
Do you have like old movie posters in your
I
home?
used to.
Yeah.
I had a really bad mushroom trip one time in my room when I was a kid. And all my posters had eyes would like follow me in the room. And it got so bad that I had to call my ex and was like, I'm really tripping out. This is bad. This is
You got
bad
rid
right
of all
now.
the movie posters?
Yeah. No, I didn't get rid of the posters, but I was
could've
like,
just
yeah,
stopped doing
I'm not
mushrooms,
doing this.
but
I'm not
instead-
doing this right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do mushrooms again, so I'll get rid of the movie poster. Can you imagine
but
with
yeah,
this Joe
I
Rogan
had-
poster in
yeah.
here that you would see all the
I know.
pieces
Joe's
moving
just
right
staring me down right
Yeah.
now. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's your problem, dude?
Podfather.
Yeah.
now. So when you were in Vancouver, is that where you started the photography and the videography, or
Yeah, well, like even I was doing films in elementary school. I think the first movie I made was in grade 5, and
Like
Mrs.
what,
old
like a
school
camcorder?
VHS?
Yeah, I
You're
had my
over
mom.
40,
I had my
right?
mom film it. Yeah, and it starred me as the murderer,
nice
What?
Billy
and
Zane
I was
in
killing.
the
I was
house?
killing all my friends. I was dressed up like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
That I had like the hat, and I made like this glove. It was a sparkly glove with
Like Michael
popsicle
Jackson?
sticks?
It's like a gay Freddy
on the thing,
Krueger.
and I'm just like, it's playtime, and I'm yelling like other one-liners from like
Yeah.
other horror movies when I'm
Nice.
dressed like a different horror movie guy. So I'm quoting Child's Play in like a Nightmare on
It's
Elm
like
Street
that
setting.
scary. You're the
but-
original scary movie creator. Then you
Oh
know
yeah,
how they mashed up all the scary
the
movies.
Yeah.
Wayne's brothers stole it from me.
They really
Like,
did.
it,
We
it
should have
was
a
it was
chat.
me.
Obviously.
But yeah, the teacher
knew that.
wouldn't show it in class because it was too much swearing and violence.
Aw.
And I was like, I
You
want
were
that
a little
movie.
shit, weren't you?
Oh my God. I spent more time in the printing room in the office than I did in class.
Aw.
I did a lot of lines.
Like like not Coke lines.
Not Coke lines. Not
Rim
Coke
lines?
lines.
That's elementary school.
Although-
Come on, you gotta wait till junior high for that shit.
Yeah, well, it was Prince George. It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
I've heard that's a pretty rough town.
Oh, it was like the worst crime-rated town in Canada for like 10 years straight when I was living there.
Holy
But that was
shit.
because of like home invasion, crime violence,
Yeah.
car theft.
Not what's
So
going
like
on now.
Surrey, isn't that like Surrey?
It's like
now?
the same thing that's happening right now, but other places have gotten worse.
Yeah.
Prince George is still just as bad,
Yeah.
especially for gang violence. Like when I moved, kids were getting their hands cut off because they owed so much money for drugs, but they'd
many
go
people
into
live
the hospital and they'd be like, "What happened?" It's like, "Oh, I fell down some stairs." And be like, "That's some sharp stairs."
And my hand fell off.
Yeah. I'd be like, "You should drink some more milk." Because apparently that's good for your bones.
Jesus. I fell down some stairs.
Yeah. Be like, "Kid, drink some milk and stop doing so much meth."
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meth might not get you, but not drinking milk. Fuck.
I don't know. Does meth make your bones brittle?
I don't know.
I'm
about
asking.
that.
Dude,
I don't think
you
so.
don't know?
No.
You guys don't know?
I have no idea. It's
Yeah, I
been a
don't
while.
know. Yeah.
That's messed up.
I'm gonna guess no, though.
don't know.
Like obviously.
I haven't broken anything. It's
No.
fine.
Yeah, we're good.
My hand hasn't fallen off yet. My fingers are still attached. We're good.
There's a whole
Yeah,
plethora
needless
of-
to say, I
that's-
don't miss Prince George.
No
but
kidding.
when I moved, it was 86,000
Oh,
people.
people. So I was like, is there
86,000
enough people there for a gang?
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even know how big Prince George was. So.
Yeah.
86,000 is no joke.
No
Oh yeah,
kidding.
it's dense. It's
Yeah.
a dense little town.
Yeah.
People always think it's just like some bumpkin town up north, but
Yeah.
no, that was Quesnel. Quesnel was the
Right.
bumpkin town next door to us.
Yeah.
Quinnell's up north? I do not know.
I've
this
been to
geography.
Quesnell.
Yeah,
My
Quesnell's-
dad lived there for like 5 minutes, and he's like, "Jen, you got to come up here. You'd love it. It's Queernell." I'm like, "Dad, you don't have to make the gay jokes.
Wow.
Like, come on."
Is there a big gay community in Quesnel?
Oh fuck! I was there for like 2 nights and I didn't see one homo. I was like the only one in there. We went to this bar though one night. Me, my dad, and Lucy. They were having an Eagles tribute band playing,
Nice.
and it was packed. It was full. We couldn't get in. And then we were like, okay, we're just going to come in for one drink and sit at the bar. And they were like, okay, that's fine, but you have to leave by the time the show starts because people are going to need your seats. In that time, I had convinced them that Lucy, me, and Dad had all worked for Google and Yelp and something else where we did reviews for places and we were undercover. And I told one girl in the bar, and I knew she was
It
going to be a
just
big
spread
belt.
like wildfire.
It spread like wildfire. They let us stay. We got free drinks. 2 girls came out to me, told me
my
that they were gay.
God, that's so
I did meet 2
smart.
other ones, but I just said, yeah, we don't want a lot of people to know. We're just kind of here on the down low and just getting some information. We do a lot of reviews. And she's like, how do I get to that point? How can I do that? And I was like, oh, you just start small and write some reviews. And then it's just, I was such a bullshitter and had so much fucking drinks that night.
And now she's probably like one of the worst people on Yelp that just
Well,
is
my
like such a
my
hardcore
fucking
reviewer
dad's
for
living
everything.
there, and he's like, so after we left, he's like, I can't go back to this place or this place or this place because everybody thinks I'm doing reviews on them.
That's fine. You get like free stuff all the time.
Oh
man.
yeah, fucking rights.
Was
we
that
did.
that steamboat
They were bringing
place?
us shots. I don't even remember what it was called. It was over the bridge. I remember having to walk across a bridge to get there.
Well, I think there's like only one real
Yeah.
bridge in Quesnel.
It's a big one.
That's
yeah.
a big bridge to walk over.
Yeah, we did it. Took some really good pictures. Actually, I put them in black and white and made them special.
Quesnel.
Yeah,
I got
Cornell.
some good photos of us in the little water park there.
I wouldn't even know where that was.
Well, we were driving through to Prince George. I think we were going to Summer Love or something like that with me and my buddy Chad. And there's like Quesnel for life spray painted on the side of the
For, like, the
school.
number
But it's
4
the
and
number
then
4.
LYFE.
Yeah. I love this photo of Chad. He's like wearing I don't know, like a flower bandana and his like windbreaker and Hawaiian shorts and just like
Gangster.
giving gang signs in Quesnel while we're driving to like go to a rave.
Cornell for
And
life.
I still have this photo that says Quesnel for life with him standing in front of it. And I was like, man, we did some dumb stuff.
Never get
We
rid of
did
that.
yeah.
So how far is Cornell from Prince George then?
It's like 45 minutes in the
Oh.
summer
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In the
yeah.
when the
summer,
roads
yeah.
are absolute death traps.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Driving in
'cause-
Prince George, you always took your life in your own hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, people die on the highway all the time.
Really?
Like if the road isn't going to kill you or the elements, like hitting a moose or a deer
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
while
yeah.
you can't stop.
Yeah.
Do you have to chain up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I never did.
Like big trucks,
But
probably.
trucks always had chains.
Yeah.
Like it was just a must. And you had to have them anyways. Well, I don't even think you had to have them back in those days.
Oh, probably not. Yeah,
But, like-
they weren't real big on people's lives back then.
But like what happened before we had winter tires?
Right?
You know, like when were winter tires made? This is what always blew me away is how did we survive without winter tires?
Well, we didn't.
Yeah,
to be
I know.
honest.
Like everybody was like Oregon Trail. Like everybody just died or got dysentery. And then now we survived to the point that, we got winter tires now and
Yeah.
we're overpopulated.
Shout out to all the local winter tire providers and shit. Like they're lifesavers.
Hey, I used to work for Cal Tire. Still got Hacapolitas on my tires.
What the hell is that mean?
It's a really nice snow tire.
Is that a freaking English word? What is
Hacapolita?
that?
I don't think
Did
it
you
is.
just call something just blew up?
Sounds a little German.
Haka, what a
Got some
Polita.
spaghetti in my throat.
Speaking of Germany, I have been wanting to do this for like every episode and I keep forgetting. We have 2 listeners in Germany who listen to every single episode.
No way.
Guten
I couldn't
Tag.
tell you their name, but we're going to shout out to Germany right now. Let's
Yeah.
do a cheers.
Cheers.
Sprechen
Cheers
Sie,
to our 2 Germany listeners.
There we go. I just cracked this one for you.
There you
Crack
go.
the wrong one. Whatever. One of us will drink it. You crack
Thanks
some.
for
Cheers.
listening, Germany.
Thanks,
we love you.
Germany.
Prost. How do you say cheers for German? Prost.
Fuck, get on the Google.
Prost.
9. That's all I know.
I think that means no.
Yeah, I mean, nice.
She drinks her water.
Trying to remember,
Nine
like
beer.
even what's that beer one?
Like
Heineken?
Pabst?
No.
That one?
Jeez, I can't remember.
Heineken, yeah, that sounds German.
It's like the Super Trooper guys
Isn't it?
that did the
Oh.
beer games
I love
movie.
that.
I can't remember the name of
Oh, I
it.
haven't seen it.
Trying to
Meow.
brain fart right now.
Okay.
Meow,
Sorry.
let's get back to this. Meow.
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 So,
Meow.
Meow.
I hear you, meow.
so you moved back to the Okanagan,
Yeah.
11 films,
Yep.
and you did your first film grade 5.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. It was
And
4 or 5,
then,
something like that.
Well, how did you get into it? Did you end up going to school? Like, what did you do to get into photography? Was it photography first and then videography?
No, it
or
was video first.
Was
I
it?
always
Yeah.
loved making videos and like films with my friends and just stupid stuff. And
Yeah.
then I moved to Whistler after Victoria,
Mm-hmm.
and Jackass was happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yawning. You better not be yawning. Just kidding.
I am.
Yeah.
Did you just fucking yawn?
It's not because I'm bored.
I know,
It's because
no,
I
I'm
get
just kidding.
zero
I was just
sleep.
going to call you out
It's
on
all
it. It's
good.
fine. It's fine.
Thanks.
So
Love it.
I moved to Whistler, and at that time, CKY and Jackass were coming out. So everything that I was trying to be like professionally just turned into really stupid videos where we're throwing ourselves off of stuff, jumping off of trees, sliding down railings, snowboarding, skiing stuff, and
That's good that you're doing those stunts and stuff, though. Were you doing like the eat stuff that makes you barf or anything like that?
we never did that. We did a lot of shopping carts.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I've got video of us doing shopping carts even here.
Nice.
Like over by Kojo, you know that hotel that's right across the road from Kojo?
Yep.
I got a video of me throwing my buddy into their bush
Yeah.
right in front of there, and like I don't even remember
Shopping
what it
carts are
was.
just always a good time. I don't
Are
care.
they?
They are.
No,
I put one
no, they're not.
filled. I got a shopping cart one time and carried it up to my mom's apartment and filled it with just garbage and bushes and all kinds of shit after the bar.
Yeah.
I did. Ripped a lot of bushes apart and threw it into my mom. My mom was away on vacation and she came home and her apartment smelled like pure cat piss because it was just pine. I don't even know what it was, but it smelled like cat piss and garbage in her apartment.
You dumped a shopping cart
No,
full
I
of
didn't
shit?
dump it. I left it, the shopping cart and all, in her living room,
Ew.
filled with all kinds of garbage and stuff that I just picked up on the way home from the bar with my friend. Just because Jackass was so big at the time, it was like, I
they
can do
didn't
this.
collect
But the
stuff. You
funny
just
thing
became a
is-
hoarder after Jackass.
My mom was so fucking mad.
Pranker.
She was so
Pranker.
mad at me. She was like,
I got so many cardboard boxes, guys. There was cardboard boxes everywhere.
just picked up a bunch of shit, put it in her apartment, left it for 2 or 3 days, and she came home. She has a bad knee. So I had to fucking haul this shopping cart, and the elevator was broken. So I had to haul it down like fucking 3 flights of
That'll
stairs.
teach you.
That's
It
when
really
you
did.
hop in and you ride that sucker
Just get it,
down.
and
Oh
then
my
you
God.
call you
That's
to
Jackass.
film it, right?
Oh yeah, I would have been there in a
Didn't want to
heartbeat.
smell like cat piss.
3,
though,
2,
but-
1, go. I'm shocked that I didn't cave in my chest one time because
Yeah.
I got pushed so hard over a curb
Yeah.
that I missed the bush I was going for, and I went over it and landed on the curb with my chest like flat out like that. And I was down and out for like a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even breathe for a
Couldn't
while.
get
I was
it
like,
in.
oh, this is...
knock the wind out.
I was like,
of you.
I'll just film from now on.
Yeah. That was the turning point.
Yeah, that was the turning
Behind
point.
the
Yeah,
scenes
yeah,
guy.
yeah. But after Whistler and just doing like a couple film competitions there,
But like, how'd you learn? Like, did you go to school for it, or were you self-taught?
initially I was just self-taught.
Just had a video
Just
camera,
had-
and you're like,
Yeah.
let's give her. And
Yeah, yeah.
what did you use for editing back then?
Man, back then it was like the original Final Cut
Okay.
because I got an iMac. I don't even remember what year it was, but it was like the half egg one.
Yeah.
And it was when you had like old Firewire that you could plug into it. And I was like, yeah, this is dope. And it's like, I can edit films now, guys.
filmmaker.
I can make movies now, guys. Let's make some stuff. And we did. And we like filmed so much random crap of us like drinking and smacking each other. And like I got a whole video of us just when we were in Penticton for a summer and like just smacking each other.
Yeah.
Like drinking Jack and Barks root beer and just hitting each other. I was like, this is stupid, but I don't know
This
why
is a
we did this.
montage.
What do you
Just
mean
like-
Barks has bite? Remember
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
commercials?
Yeah.
I loved it.
What do you mean?
Fuck yeah.
Bart?
Yeah.
Johnny?
I miss-
Johnny?
Johnny.
I miss all of those
Those
commercials.
are the
I do
good
too.
ones,
Yeah,
hey?
yeah.
That was back when they had
Then,
good commercials.
let's see, what after Whistler,
Yeah.
I was in the bubble for 3 years in Whistler and then moved to Vancouver to chase a girl. And I transferred through the Four Seasons, which I was working for at the time, which made it really easy to transfer down to the city.
Okay, yeah.
And I think I worked at the hotel for another year and a half before I went to Cap.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So then I did motion picture production at Capilano for the first year. And then my second year, it turned into Capilano University,
Yeah.
which was my diploma. And I stopped after that because I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, it's time to go make some money
Yeah.
and disappear. So I went and worked at Thomas Effects, which is a physical effects company that was in North Vancouver, and got to work under Ed, who is a genius at making breakaway glass. He showed me how to make all the snow and ash and use all the rain truss and the low fog machines
Cool.
and just all like the fun stuff that I loved about film. And
Yeah.
got to, like, he used the one that made the glass table that, have you seen Watchmen? You guys know Watchmen? Come on.
Is this another superhero?
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a graphic novel. So like
Right.
Watchmen was
Oh,
like
okay,
a
so-
really old graphic novel
Yeah.
that
Actually, you know what? I did. I saw the second one. Isn't there like a couple? Oh, okay. Never mind.
no,
No.
no, it's okay.
That's-
No judgments. You're fine. You're
Never
fine.
mind.
We still like you. It's okay.
I fall asleep at the movie. Like we've talked about this before we got into it. I don't do the movies.
no, it's
I don't
fine.
know, or the films.
But there's a scene where the guy that's named the comedian is getting killed.
Okay.
And he gets thrown through all this fake glass, and he gets thrown through this giant dining room table that looks like really thick, dark glass.
Yeah.
But it's all this breakaway glass that we would make, and my buddy Ed is the one that made it.
Yeah.
And he even had some of the tables that he made extra, and I still have a couple shards from one of the test tables that they had from the movie, and I was like, this shit's cool.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit's really
that's
cool.
awesome.
That's so
And
awesome.
I
You
think-
just like lit right up, you freaking
Yeah.
nerd.
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
man, it was cool.
love
I was
that
like, this is
shit.
so rad. But
Yeah.
the first job that I did when I was working with Thomas Effects was making ash for Ashcliff, which eventually became Shutter Island.
Oh,
so we
cool.
sent a bunch of our ash to be used for production for that Leonardo DiCaprio film,
Yeah, that was
Shutter
a
Island.
cool
I don't know
movie
if you guys saw that one.
Yeah.
I have seen that.
That was
Yeah.
it was trippy. That was
Wow.
a
So there's
trippy
like a
movie,
bunch
yeah.
of
Or like
scenes
1 for
where
5.
he's remembering his wife,
Yeah.
and it's like the apartment's all on fire, and you can see like ash falling down. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
That's my ash.
That's your ash.
that's the ash I made.
How do you make
Ash is
ash?
on-
You don't, I suppose you don't just phone up Kevin Smith and ask him for some ashes from some bodies.
Shout out to
eh?
California
There you
Valley
go, yeah.
Memorial.
Just
Woo,
drop by
KBM.
Jay and Silent Bob's place and be like, yo, I need some ash, bud. Give me some of that ashtray. No, we actually made it out of biodegradable material. So if it gets
Like
wet, it
potatoes?
it's a food grade foam. It's really weird. It looks like a Cheeto.
Ooh,
It's
I
like
love
this.
Cheetos.
It's like this high
You would have
compressed.
eaten that ash.
I
I'll
did
just
eat.
love to
I
eat
did
ash.
eat it because apparently it was safe to eat. So I would just sit there and just be like, and it would disintegrate in your tongue. And I was like, I probably shouldn't have this.
Yeah.
I want to have children someday.
Who doesn't love to eat ash?
Yeah. But it was before we put all the color and dye in. So
Yeah.
it was just neat to be a part of things like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Just like learning from everybody that you could, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem was the boss that worked that place was insane, and he loved burning bridges. And in the special effects world in Vancouver is a very small group.
Right.
And he pissed a lot of people off.
Oh, like those kind of bridges.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like in movies.
Oh,
Like
no.
burning,
No.
like
He would,
physically
he would
burning
actually be
bridges.
very cool if he was doing that, but
Yeah.
he does not do that.
Yeah.
No.
So it was tough because like some people would hear that I'd work for that company and they'd be like, oh. And I was like, yeah, I know you're saying, oh, but
Yeah.
like, you know, that's
not me.
That's that, and this is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really neat to be a part of that, but it also became, while I was there, business was going so poorly that he turned that building into a Halloween shop.
Oh.
So it was called Halloween 365 or something like that.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to sell like Halloween shit all year round.
Right.
And then like a massive amount of like Easter stuff and a massive amount of like
holiday
Christmas shit. And I was like, man, I don't want to work at the seasonal department in Walmart.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you guys, you're charging so much for all this stuff. I was like, man, like this is really hard to be a part of this. I want to be
Yeah.
a part of the creative process. Like this place did Time Cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, the guy who started Thomas Effects was like one of the major special effects guys in Vancouver. And the last film that he did with physical effects was Time Cop.
Right.
And like, do you know Time Cop?
Nope. I'm 1 for 6 now.
Jean-Claude Van Damme? He does like splits in his little tidy
remember
whities in that film. He's got like it's awesome. Such a good movie.
Do you remember when he did that across the semis going down the road on the
yeah.
highway and
Yeah.
he did the splits?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Girls just love that.
The
Not
Volvo-
you,
the Volvo
obviously.
things.
No, I'm not. I can appreciate a good like bod, but like no, I wouldn't have wanted to watch it more than once.
Yeah.
It was good in Bloodsport. I watched Bloodsport.
Yeah, Bloodsport's classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
I know.
Yeah.
I guess.
But yeah, after Thomas Effects, I'm just going to keep going with the life story now. It's after Thomas Effects, the Olympics came to town, shut down the film industry for, what was it, like 2 or 3 weeks? Nobody was allowed to operate at that time. And I was like, well,
Wow.
I need money.
I
Like,
didn't know that.
Vancouver
How
ain't
come you
cheap.
guys weren't allowed to like just?
They just shut down everything because they didn't want anybody operating apart from the Olympics. But it was such overkill because the Olympics was really chill.
Right. Yeah.
Like
It
I
was-
remember being there and was like, traffic wasn't bad.
Yeah.
You could go everywhere.
Yeah.
It was cool. And there were so many like neat places to go and drink and party. And
Yeah.
it was awesome. I got so many free tickets to go watch stuff.
That's awesome.
It was killer.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest life regrets is that I didn't go to Vancouver for the Olympics when they were there.
They'll be
Like-
back.
But like you didn't miss anything.
Right. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
But like
just
Vancouver
like-
before the Olympics was awesome.
Yeah.
Vancouver 2 years before the Olympics and then afterwards,
Yeah.
it's not the same town.
Really? Hey.
Not
Why
at
do you
all.
think that is?
Not at
Like,
all.
what do
Well,
you-
we just got put into such a limelight
Yeah.
that all of a sudden anybody who wanted to invest in a place that somebody told them is an awesome place to be,
Yeah.
that's when property started really becoming a problem. That's when all the mom and pop shops that really made Vancouver unique and
Yeah.
awesome, like really rad restaurants that it still sucks that they're gone because that's definitely a piece of Vancouver that will never come back.
Right.
But now it's all high rises and snooty restaurants that
Yeah.
you have to pay $70 for like a little piece of
Yeah.
beef tartare or
Yeah.
something like that. And I'm like, I don't want to pay this. Like, give me like I'll go to Fresh Slice, but like I miss going to
Wait,
all the
Fresh Slice?
Fresh
Fresh
Slice.
Slice.
You've never been to Fresh Slice?
Oh, slice.
pizza.
Fresh Slice.
Oh, I thought,
Even
thought
I
you
know
said
that and I'm
fresh
fucking keto.
slice.
Fresh Slice.
I'm like,
You never had that before
fresh
too?
slice.
Oh, you need to get out more.
Not complete.
I'm
You
like
want my
an
hat?
irrational fresh slice. No. I don't even like when I sit on public transport. Not that I do that often, but when I do, I don't even put my head back on a wall.
Or do you
because
hover
I'm
over
scared that
bathroom? You hover
someone's
over toilets just to
lingering
make sure.
lice will be there.
You
Yeah.
gotta just
Well,
like keep
even-
your butt about 3 inches off the toilet seat
Yeah.
just to make sure you're
Pretty
not going to
much.
get any lice.
And no lice.
See, man, I've been buying like a lot of stuff from Value Village lately too.
Oh, that's
and
a
I'm
good.
like, yeah, I probably should wash this, but like I'm out of clothes right now. And I'm just gonna like put this like decent shirt that I just found that only
Yeah.
has like 2 holes in it on. But I was like, I kind of smell like Value Village right now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm probably gonna get something. What is that? Was that an itch? I feel like that was an
I
itch.
wonder if they they have like a
That was
protocol
an
where they
itch.
have to wash it?
No, they don't.
No.
You don't think so?
They
hey?
just take it out
They
of the
just-
bag and throw it on a hanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Fuck.
But then they all sit like everything's touching.
Yeah.
Well,
know?
and
It's
you'd like to think that people wash it before they donate it, but they
Oh,
don't.
yeah. I don't.
I'm
Some
not
people
entirely
don't.
sure I do.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't
well,
think
like,
I do.
I'd make sure it's not like disgusting.
Well, I'm not taking the clothes off my back and giving them to them, right? I'm pulling stuff
like-
out of a closet
Done
that's
with
been there
ease.
for years.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm wiping off your wife.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm done with
done with
these.
these. There we go. Just gonna
You're buying
donate.
underwear from
Gotta
fucking
donate
Toe
values.
these.
socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, done a couple tattoos on her leg, and she comes in. You always take your shoes off, which is really nice. She comes in to get her
Yeah,
tattoo, but
except
she'll
my
take her
feet
shoes
stink.
off, and she's got a hole in her sock the last 2 times, and it's her big toe hanging out there.
That's classic. That's
are her
classic.
hobo
That's a good
socks.
look. That's a good look. Don't ever
I'm
change.
cheap, okay?
Don't ever
I
change
know.
for anybody. Don't ever do that for like you keep rocking those socks.
Like it's perfect. 'Cause I know what I'm getting you for every special occasion from now on. It's just going to be
Nice.
socks.
Well,
Yeah, but you better cut the toe out.
Yeah.
I
But I'm gonna do the
promise
pinky.
you-
I'm gonna throw you off. You can do the big toe on your own. I'm gonna cut out the pinky. That's the one you never break through,
never
right?
give her a full sock.
She's
Never
gonna be
give her a
walking
full
around one
sock.
day doing hang loose with her fucking feet. She's got her big toe and her baby out.
Well, last time I went, I promised her I was going to throw them out, and then, like, literally, what was it? 3-4 days ago?
Yeah.
I fucking came home from work, took my shoes off, and looked down. I'm like, Jesus
Oh
Christ.
yeah, you sent me a
I
picture.
sent her a picture. I'm like, some people never learn.
Yeah.
Socks
Oh my
with holes
God.
in them.
Yeah,
I
when
did
you-
throw them out though.
Did you?
Yeah, I ran them through the wash once though,
Yeah.
because I'm like,
You thought it would make 'em
just
better?
Habit, right? You just throw them in the laundry basket when you take them off, and then I threw them out.
Oh fuck.
They lived a long life.
It's always hard to get to that point when you love your socks and you know there's that hole in the bottom and you're like,
Yeah.
should I keep them? Should I keep
It
them
wasn't,
around?
Like, it wasn't big enough for my whole toe to go through, so it would like cut the circulation off my big toe, and it
You
would
took a step
hurt.
too far forward. Like you just
No jumping
a
in
little
those
too
socks.
much velocity behind that step, and you fucking break through.
Anyway,
Yeah. Okay. Back on
New
track.
socks. New socks are great.
yeah, they are.
New
I
socks
did
are
buy
great.
new ones
Yeah.
not long ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Back on track.
Where
Yeah,
were
back
we?
on track. So Olympics.
Yes.
Yes, Olympics.
I left Thomas Effects and got back into hotels. And I ended up working at Opus Hotel for 5.5 years. And
What did you do?
I was guest services, but that guest services at that hotel, I wore a lot of hats.
Okay.
Because I was bellman, valet, front desk, room service,
Holy shit.
I can't-
driver.
I can't see you wearing the uniform.
Oh, we had fun uniforms at Opus, and it was like this douchey sweater vest with like this like cross design. I was like, yeah, it's like this is sweet. Look at this.
Did you have a beard?
No, they made me shave my beard, but they ended up hiring a guy like 2 years later, and he didn't shave for his interview, and they didn't tell him afterwards that he had to shave.
Right.
And he was like, well, you guys didn't tell me I had to shave, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So he was rocking a beard, and immediately, like, all of us just like
We're on the
didn't
beard
shave.
train.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to rock
Nice.
my beard. And I haven't shaved since. Literally, I
Why
literally
is that
haven't
a
shaved
thing?
since.
Like, why did businesses think that you shouldn't have a beard or you shouldn't have a ponytail?
Some guys look
or
so much better with a beard.
right.
Yeah.
Like Daryl.
Almost all
Thanks.
guys look way better
Yeah.
with beards.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys. It's
Yep.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
I mean,
this.
not all guys are as fortunate
Not you.
enough to
Yeah,
grow
yeah.
a nice beard like
True.
yours.
Yes,
But
thank you.
Fuck.
It's taken a long time to get here.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
you keep you go to like Jimmy Slim's or what? Do you keep up on it?
Oh, I hit up with Last Barbershop.
With Joe. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right too. You
Joe
told me
and
that.
Joe and the gang.
Yep.
Right, that's
And
when
just
I
to
met
hang
you.
out with
Was
those
doing the video
debauchers.
for his video,
Oh
wasn't
my
it?
God.
Lucy and I were
Yeah,
in that video
that's right.
for him. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's where I met
the
you.
neighbors that hid away from him.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
because
was
the whole
fun.
thing was supposed to be that like nobody likes Joe, but he thinks everybody does. And so Lucy and
so
I had
normal.
to come out from across the street in like the neighbor's house, and we had to pretend that we saw Joe and that he was like waving and so excited to see us, and we were like, "Get back in the fucking house, get in the house, get in the house. He saw us. So we only did a couple takes, but that was a lot of fun. That's
good.
where we met
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a chaotic little day. We did a lot in a short amount of time.
Yeah, that was a really good video, though.
It was
that
fun.
was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love supporting those guys.
Yeah.
Like Joe and the crew they're
Joe's
awesome.
That's I've met so many people through social media over COVID, and we met for those brief few minutes, but mostly it's been through social media. And then Sarah, you and I through social media. Joe was through social media. Like Joe was so cool. He freaking just showed up at our house one day with a 6-pack and a bottle of wine, I think it was, because he's like, I saw on Instagram you were going to go down the channel. And he's like, I thought I'd bring these over for you. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I opened the door and I was like, who is this guy? And he was like, hey, it's me. And I was like,
how did he know where you lived?
That's when we had the business at home. So I think he Googled where Beauty and the Blade was.
Yeah.
I was going to say Joe's just being creepy and just like...
Creepy Joe.
He's like, hey, I just looked through this window and you guys were there.
Yeah, and I just happened to have a 6-pack and a bottle of wine in the back of my car.
That I wouldn't be surprised.
He's got a sweet setup, though. I haven't physically been there, but I see all the pictures and stuff.
Oh, you should go check it out.
I should.
Yeah.
And
I
is it his wife that does all the pictures, or who does all the...
I believe it's all Mandy.
Yeah. It's cool. I love
and
it.
I think the boys are doing some photos too. I've done some photos for them when I go in, but I really got to go in and like just hang out and do some more stuff.
Yeah.
I got some great ideas that we got to do for the barbershop. I just haven't yet.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say anything about it because I want it to be a surprise, but some funny, really funny ideas.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
they're going to be very edgy.
Yeah.
You know how they do.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird.
You know what? I'm going to
weird.
call Joe out right now because they used to be real active on the socials, and now there's like, I haven't seen a post from them in a while, and they were entertaining posts.
Yeah.
Or is it just me? Am
No,
I
I
just
don't know. I
missing
think
out?
it's not as much. I don't think he's posting as much.
Yeah. I mean,
But I think
that
it's, like, from
happens as
time
the
to
business
time.
grows and
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
but
Well,
He's
it's
been
busy
busy,
when you
though,
get
too.
busy. Like
Yeah.
right now,
Oh, yeah.
I'm having a really hard time posting anything because it's just like, this is when it starts to
Flat
pick
out.
up, and it's like, holy shit.
I've been, man, I'm like going back to like 2-3 years, and I was like, I haven't posted anything that I've done.
Yeah,
And
I was
like,
looking
it
at your
feels like
social
I've
media.
done nothing, and I'm like, I haven't posted a thing.
Yeah. Do you
for
keep
2
up
or
with your
3
website?
years?
Do you, or do you
Kind
have
of.
somebody
I
who
went
does it for
back
you?
and like I do on my website.
Do you?
But yeah, like I got to go back and like add more stuff to my website.
Yeah, you do.
Lucy is on me all the time going, have you done your website? Have you done your website? I'm like, not for, I probably haven't touched it for 6 months. Like I haven't.
That's it.
Yeah. I know,
Yeah, good.
right? And she talks
Good
about
for you. I
SEOs and
think
all this
they-
stuff.
yeah.
And I get calls all the time from people who are like, we can help you be on the first page of Google and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
I don't care.
you know what? Right now, I'm okay with where I'm at. I don't want to be any busier because I'm happy. I'm okay.
Well, like,
I don't want to do a repeat of last year.
And a majority of my business, it comes through word of mouth.
Yeah, same.
And I think it's much nicer that way because then I'm actually got like a tie to this person already that is like, oh, okay, well, like this person was sent to me by this person. So it's like, it's like kind of like a more on the level, I feel. And it's a little bit more comfortable when it's all word of mouth. But I've been really lucky that it's been very good for me up here.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you came here, what was the first project that you did when you came here? Do you remember?
Oh, man. I think I did like some workout videos for somebody in Kelowna.
Okay.
And my first,
Aerobics or what?
Johnson and
no, it was
Al Johnson and Joanne McLeod.
well, she was like a personal trainer or
break.
something like that. And
Yeah.
like I just filmed her like running on Knox Mountain and then like hitting the gym, just doing like curls and stuff. And I was just like, yeah, cool. And
Keep fit and have fun.
yeah, it was just like, okay, let's do it. But I think my first real client in Penticton was Bad.
Oh, okay.
Was who?
Was Bad Tattoo.
Tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 And
So
then
are
that
you
was
still with them?
Oh no. He dropped me after like right when COVID was hitting.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
Me and like a significant amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Are
And
you guys still
then-
friends?
You can just say no comment.
Take the fifth.
Yeah. That's totally fine.
And well, like with everything that happened with COVID and
Yep.
Lee's stance with the
Yeah.
Vax Pass and stuff like that, I was like, man.
You got to distance yourself a little bit.
I was like, holy moly.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Like to just
Wow,
like put
I
it into
gotta-
perspective. That's what Lucy and I kind of do with our businesses, is where we just don't really want to get on either side of the conversation, because no matter what side you end up on, you're gonna get fucking blasted. So
Yeah.
it's easier to just distance yourself a little bit
Well,
from
unless,
that
unless
conversation.
you're Ryan Graham and you just don't give a fuck
Well,
what anyone thinks,
Yeah,
right?
But
Shout
I
out
mean,
to
Ryan Graham is
Ryan
also
Graham.
a breath of fresh air. Like
He
he
is.
fucking.
I only
100%.
know that guy through social media, and I
Yeah.
think it's because I started posting a lot about Yellowstone, and then he was like chiming in on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
stories, and we just started like just chatting about
Have you met him
Yellowstone.
in real life?
No,
Oh,
no, we've never
fuck.
crossed
Oh,
paths
you got
before
it.
yet.
Oh, my
And I
God.
was like, yeah, man. I was
Yeah.
like, I've been meaning to go into the shop, but I don't like smoke dope or anything
Yeah.
very much anymore. And
Yeah.
like, I don't even, I don't smoke weed
We should
anymore.
have.
It's weird.
We'll have a one
We
of our
should have a
famous
social.
get-togethers,
Yeah.
and we'll just introduce everybody.
Do you know
That'd be
when,
cool.
when we recorded his show, that was my first time meeting him
Oh,
in
was it?
person too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Crazy, hey?
but
He's an inspiration. When
he
you
is.
talk to that guy,
He's a fucking hero.
yeah,
Nice.
I think we
love
both
him.
left that one inspired.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, he's good. You got to meet him. The conversation just flows with him. He's just easy to talk to.
Both
and-
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that
Yeah.
being a fun conversation.
Well, that's why it was like immediately we were talking about Yellowstone and just like going off about it. And it's just like, oh, bro, you see this one? You're like, man, Kevin Costner. Like, yeah, dude, it's so awesome. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? And I was like, he runs like the pot shop in town. I was like, cool.
He
Yeah.
runs the town, I
Yeah,
think,
nice.
more or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen he's been coming into Theo's from time to time because he'll like share
Okay. Yeah.
like he was like eating at Theo's and then
Yeah.
I reshare their stuff onto the stories and
Yeah.
it was awesome. I was
What
like,
is-
hey, there he is. I'm like, cool.
For people that don't know, what is your tie to Theo's?
Oh, I do all of the photos and video and run the social for Theo's restaurant
Right. Yeah.
in
Awesome.
Penticton, BC.
I know.
Get your Greek on,
I used
everybody.
to- get your Greek on. Get your Greek on.
Get your Greek on. Yeah. Get your Greek
So you must
on.
know like Ellen. And,
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Ellen, she lives there.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's whenever I'd see Theo, I'd look like behind him and there was Ellen.
Well, so I've always known Ellen
Helen
to
who?
be a frequenter.
From Castanet.
Ellen Hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Hill? Yeah.
Yep.
I've known her to be a frequenter of Theo's.
Oh, yeah.
And then last June, Theo's did like a Father's Day thing. And there was a photo of
Her and Theo
her
that I
and
posted.
Theo, and it was like
Everyone was, like,
Father's Day,
blew
whatever.
everyone's minds.
I texted
They're like,
Ellen. I'm like, "Is he
"Is
your
that-
dad? Like,
Theo's your dad?
What is this?
Oh my! Is he your real dad?
I knew it would like
That's
set
amazing.
people off. Yeah. And she's like, why did you post that? He's not my dad. I'm like, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care. I'm
It's
like,
getting
I thought it
Penticton
was
talking.
so
Penticton,
funny,
yeah.
and like
No
everyone's
benefit.
like, is Ellen? Like, is that?
Because
Is
she
he?
goes there all the time.
Are
anyway,
they?
So it would make sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Like,
and I
too
just wanted
funny.
to start that rumor to be like, oh, Ellen's actually a love child of Theo.
And talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Penticton's
You know,
best
like
kept secret.
Penticton used to be a party town, and we don't talk about that anymore.
Ellen's
There's a
the
reason
best,
why all
though.
the bars and clubs have disappeared. Just too many love childs.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is turning into
Sorry,
like
Ellen.
an
Greek
If,
said
you,
slow down,
if
they
you're
were doing
listening
too
to
much
this,
damage,
if you're
you
listening to
must
this, sorry. It's just jokes. Just jokes.
Yeah, so for people who don't know actually what your business is, because we actually haven't said it, we know, but tell people what your business is and what all you do.
Yes. Well, my business is called One Eye Shut Media, and I labeled myself as a content creator, even though I'm not one of those social media influencers that is always going to be showing myself and yipping and yapping and making TikToks and stuff like that. But I like to create for small businesses and to promote their businesses through their social media outlets.
Yep.
So I will show up and create that content for them and really build up their social media presence, because there isn't very much social media presence here at all.
No. People don't know where to
And
start or what to do.
Yeah, I think that was my biggest struggle when I moved here, was convincing people that social media is good for their business.
Yeah, because that was
And-
when it wasn't a big thing to hire someone to do that, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, like I've been doing this for 8 years now, and for the 3.5 years or whatever that I've been here, that's what we started in Vancouver, was a digital media and marketing agency that customized to social media.
Yep.
And we were getting we were taking clients from big agencies, even in Yaletown, to the point that it was like, we've been doing this for years now already, and it's crazy that nobody else is.
Yeah.
So
It's huge.
It's nuts how everything has changed and grown, and even the people that I've worked with and where they are now and where I am now, and it's all nuts. Like everything's nuts, and social media is crazy.
Yeah,
it is.
And if it's been a roller coaster as it is, because I know social media has like a light side and a dark side that, you know, like I think it's unhealthy to a certain point, but it's really good for keeping people connected and letting people know what you're doing, especially as like a business standpoint. But for like kids and stuff like that, like I don't think kids should be involved with social media. Yeah. And I've been saying this for years too, that it's like social media is like evil, but I don't think it's like good for children to be on social media. But it's good because I feel that social media is now like the new Yellow Pages. Because nobody uses Yellow Pages. Everybody, like when we
got a phone book the other day, and we were like, "What the fuck?
Do you pay?
My mom's name is in there,
do
but
people
like
pay into Yellow phone books still?
Yeah, there's still a few companies out there that advertise in phone books because that's their target market.
Oh man, it's
The
crazy.
old people read it, right?
Yeah, it's nuts.
It is,
but like we still got to have it.
Yeah,
we can't get rid of it. It's
Can't
like
we?
I think we should like save the paper,
Right?
Yeah, but. Even when like I'm looking for a restaurant, I'm not going to go to Yellow Pages and like look up the phone number. I'm going to go to their Facebook page or their Google page or their Instagram to see if they're open.
Hit that Yelp. I'll give you a good review.
Yeah, exactly. Professional over here, professional Yelpist.
I'm a Yelpist.
Social media was just like the connection point now for
it's
your
huge.
hours, for your menu, for like what's currently happening, for what's happening ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to try and convince people that this was like a good thing to move forward with. Mm-hmm. And it's been awesome. I've met so many wicked people here, and like I don't realize it until I'm hanging out with other friends and we're like just walking around and they're like, you know fucking everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I?
Oh, you're Penticton famous?
Yeah, well, like, I'm just like walking, I'm like high-fiving, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like, hey, what's up? I take off my hat.
From the 70s.
I'm like,
just walking
I'm like
through and you're just
sidestepping
hands
like
on either side, just
crew and stuff like that. I'm just like, throwing guns at everybody and it's like, what's up? No, I'm not like that. But sometimes it feels like that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that kind of does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's some awesome people here.
Yeah.
And it is a small town. And that's what makes it beautiful.
Social media is so huge. We've found we're going to stay away from print and all that kind of advertising. Now I think we've learned our lesson that social media is where we want to go with things. But it also like it sucks for kids 100%. And I think it paints an unrealistic kind of story, right? Because people are only putting their best foot forward. And we've touched on that so many times with like imposter syndrome and comparing yourself to people's best. So you're comparing your worst shit. That's what I struggle with, is comparing my worst shit to people's best shit. And you have to remember on social media that all they're doing is putting their best foot forward. So it can be super detrimental. But on the other side, like that's all I do for advertising is social media now because it's so big, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there's definitely a niche, and it's huge for you. Obviously, you've made a freaking business out of it.
Oh, that's the only way.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And it's not like I'm going to pay for a billboard.
Yeah.
You kidding me? Like, I can't believe how many billboards are still in the Okanagan.
Yeah.
But for the life of me, I couldn't tell you one billboard. Even driving in from Summerland right now, I couldn't.
One that you
I don't think I
remember?
can recall one.
Yeah, I know one because I did it, but I have.
Yeah.
Is it the real
Shout
estate
out to
lady?
Lori.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know that one. I was like, I think Jenny took that photo. Yeah.
Lori, didn't you do Lori's too?
Yeah, that's who.
Lori,
Yeah.
Laura, is that what you
Lancaster?
said?
Yeah.
Lori?
Oh, Lori Lancaster.
Lori Lancaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
Shout
somebody
out
else?
to Lori.
No, I've done
Okay.
like bus and stuff, but that's meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hey, I don't have a billboard. Good
yeah.
for you.
Hey,
Yeah.
you want me to, I know a good photographer. I'll shoot you.
Oh my God, let's do it. Yes.
You shoot
If
me, I'll
I
shoot
did
you.
one, it'll be like that Deadpool one where I'm like laid out on a bear rug.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You guys
No
should do
words,
like
no
a-
words or anything. It'll just be like just like an eye with like one of the eyes is shut, and that's it.
Just the eye shut, the
Just
one eye
this
shut.
one,
Can I ask how you got your company name?
Yeah, I started my my Instagram account as One Eye Shut, and that's just because I was like, oh, what should my Instagram name be? Like, I should probably.
Yeah. What do I do when I'm holding a camera?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this should probably like be like kind of clever. Like,
Yeah.
what should it be? Like Nathan Forever. It's like no, Nathan Photography. I'm like, that sounds pretty pretentious and kind of stupid. But I just noticed even when I was like always shooting, everybody uses their screen
Yeah.
to shoot, and I'm like, I still like using the viewfinder.
Yeah,
and I'd
me
always
too.
be like putting my eye to the viewfinder, and like my one eye was shut like most of the time, and I was like, oh, it's like a viewfinder pun.
Yeah.
And it's like One Eye Shut, and I was gonna design my logo around that. But then I was like, how do I make that look like a cool logo?
Yeah.
It just looked like I'm like holding
With
a
an
camera.
eye with some eyelashes?
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, this
Everybody's
looks
gonna
stupid.
think you're a chick.
Exactly. I would be like I'm doing lashes or something like that.
Yeah.
And no, it was just like a viewfinder idea
Yeah.
of One Eye Shut that
Very
I was
cool.
always looking through my viewfinder.
Yeah.
And that
I
is,
love it.
I go old school like that too. I love using my viewfinder rather than my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like the sensor on my camera drives me bonkers on my Sony because
When you
like
just
either
run
they're like too big and I'm like holding down low and
Yeah.
I'm trying to like look at the screen and it just blacks out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's there? And I just move it like 1 inch farther from me and it's like, thank you for that camera.
It disappears off the screen and it goes back to your viewfinder.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause
you
it just
lose
shuts
what you're
off.
looking at it on your screen. It's
Yeah.
you'd have to.
It's just an automatic thing.
It's a camera
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
it's a camera thing.
Super
Yeah.
annoying.
It's kind of like when you hold your phone up to your ear, the screen's supposed to go black, right?
Yeah.
So that you don't.
So your cheek doesn't call somebody else. and-
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My old phone, I had a phone before this one, and that part of it stopped working when I had to get the glass replaced. So I would fucking have to hold my phone like out here, like on an angle, so I didn't touch it and like go when I'm talking to somebody.
She's like,
Yeah.
huh? Holding it like 3 feet away. Huh? Fucking Blanche. Fucking Golden Girls get cell phones.
That's when I
Miss
discovered
Blanche.
speakerphone.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Thanks.
I dig it. And
Yeah.
not in a million years would I have thought. I thought it was like a Metallica reference.
Yeah, it should have.
Sleep with
It
one
probably
eye
should have been.
open.
I think everybody in Prince George probably would have been happy if I did that.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, this is like what? Like what? This is my favorite song. No, idiot. It's a camera reference.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah. Yeah. Although one is probably my favorite Metallica
I
song.
fucking love that
Yeah,
song.
one's
Like
great.
hardcore, love that
Fucking
song.
look at me. I listen to country music. So.
Yeah, you
I'm
weirdo.
out.
And
It's
Meatloaf.
heartbreaking.
I
Heartbreaking.
like
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf
Oh,
too. Yeah, I
R.I.P.
literally have a cowboy hat tramp stamp
Right.
on
I
my back.
still can't
so.
believe you have a Meatloaf tramp stamp.
No, I have a cowboy hat.
Oh.
But Sarah has a meatloaf tattooed on her.
You want to see it? Jimmy
What?
just did it.
I
Oh
just
my
tattooed
God.
it on
a
her.
meatloaf?
I got a
Oh, you got like a
I
verse?
did the
Oh my
script and I
God.
did the meatloaf on there.
That looks great.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh my God.
It's like a
That's on the. I think that's on
A
the Beauty and the
cartoon.
It's
Blade.
so funny.
Meatloaf.
I know.
I
That's
love it.
hilarious. That looks like it's from like a cartoon or something like
Yeah,
that.
she sent me her inspo. We tweaked her a little bit. I added some hair and
And a
made it more
microphone.
meatloaf-esque.
I think it's
and-
hilarious.
yeah. At first she had the hair, and I was like, I think it needs to be a little more greasy.
Yeah, she wanted a greasy
was it
meatloaf.
more
Actually, that's what we call
Flowing,
it. A greasy
meatloaf. I
Yeah,
love it.
because he's always like sweaty and gross.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fucking
He's a
right.
rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking love that guy.
Oh, frick.
I can't believe he passed away.
I know.
That was
that
super,
was
super sad to hear.
Yeah.
disservice to humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out to Meatloaf.
Oh, meatloaf. So, what other clients do you have in town here? Let's just do a quick. Who else are you working with?
Do you have a niche, first of all?
A niche.
Do you
Because
work
your
with a
product
niche,
photography
or
is
do
pretty.
you-
I don't think I have a niche. I'll shoot
You'll
whatever
shoot anything.
whatever I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's everything from beers to food to clothing
Mm-hmm.
to burlesque to
A little bit of boudoir.
boudoir
Yeah.
to.
Hey, what
straight
about
up-
weddings?
straight
Tell
up
me how you feel
nudes.
about weddings.
I hate weddings.
Fucking
Who
hate
likes
weddings.
shooting
Piss me
weddings?
on the hating
Who
weddings.
likes shooting weddings? If you like shooting weddings, I worry about you.
Okay, tell me why.
I
Because both
worry
of you
about you.
hate
Tell
it,
me
but there are
why.
wedding photographers who absolutely love what they do. So what is it that you two hate?
Because
It's
like
really
the money.
good.
The only thing that's good about shooting weddings is the money.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
if you enjoy shooting weddings, like you're
if you care
crazy.
about the people, like if you care about the people a little bit or whatever, but even still, like that can ruin friendships.
That's
What
well.
makes
That's the
it
thing.
so bad?
It doesn't make it bad. It's like bridezillas.
Yeah, they
and
take advantage.
Shooting strangers is an awful thing. Like the nice thing about being a photographer is connecting to the people that you're shooting. In a wedding setting, it's really hard to connect to somebody, especially when you don't know the people being married, or that you don't know the bridal party, or you don't know the like dude party or whatever. And it's just like there's so much pressure within this small amount of time to get the perfect photos that they want.
Yeah.
And it's always just uncomfortable.
There's
Everything
just a
about it is
lot
just
of
uncomfortable.
expectations
Like, do they
for what they're
dictate?
actually paying you to.
Oh, there's people that dictate. Like that's why it's like bridezillas is you'll shoot people that are just like they are just angry about everything.
And
They're
it
worried
doesn't-
about everything. It's a stressful day for them,
Yeah.
and it's a stressful day for you. And here you are trying to coexist and make a beautiful photo when she might be yelling at
It's like herding
her
fucking
bridesmaid.
cats the entire day, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
supposed to have a voice,
Yeah.
and it's almost like you need to be that dictator because it's like everybody will be like, "Oh, there's a photographer here. I need to get a shot of me and my family and my 8 kids, or my sister and her husband and their 5 kids." And it's like, "Well,
Right.
you're here," and so but the bride and the groom are distracted, and you're trying to get their attention and be like, "Hey, I'm on a time crunch. I need you here for this right now." And if you're not good at doing that, like it's already stressful. I'm fucking stressed talking about it right now.
Oh,
It
me
pisses
too.
me off.
It
But then you
sucks.
also
It
have those
sucks.
edits hanging over your head for like however long it takes you to edit. And say you've got like 4 other projects going on, you're still in the back of your head thinking about that fucking wedding and how you have to get like 3 or whatever, however many 100 pictures to that bride and groom, and they're messaging you the day after going, "Hey, can I just get a sneak peek?"
Oh, no.
And you're like, "No, sorry, I have to edit your cousin out with his cell phone who thought he was a fucking profesh."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
like
Yeah.
20 photos. Like
yeah.
there's so many variables I think in it that you don't have control of, and I think that's where it fucking sucks.
But like the last wedding I shot was for friends.
Yeah.
And I said, the only reason I'll shoot this wedding is because I know both of you and I really like both of you. And it was for Alethea and Rob, who's in town. Like Alethea that runs the Loki's there, and her, Rob, I love those guys. And I was like,
Yeah.
for you guys, absolutely, I'll do this.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful day. It was actually one of the COVID weddings. It was actually right in the middle of COVID. They had a minimal amount of people that they were allowed to have.
Yeah.
I think we were only allowed 50 people there. I didn't even have like a B shooter. I was doing it all myself.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, I couldn't even walk.
Yeah.
I like went to like put my gear in the truck,
Yeah.
and I just sat like in my truck for
And
like
you're
2
just
seconds.
chugging water and
Oh,
then
yeah.
going to
I
take
was-
a piss
I was-
because like you don't even have time to pee because you're like, I don't want to miss that shot.
Oh, I was exhausted, and I came back to the party to like just like hang out for a bit, and I was like just wiped, and I was like, I have to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, like I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Right here. I'm like I need to leave.
Yeah.
And it was such a
not-
beautiful day. We had so much fun, and it's just if I don't know the people and have like that connection and have that want to do those photos, it's different from somebody that's just doing it for a paycheck. And like I'll do things for a paycheck, but it means so much more when you know the people, and then you're doing it for them. I'm not just a shutterbug that doesn't know anybody.
Yeah.
Because I've gone and done like the weddings, and like you walk into a room of like the groomsmen and like the parties and stuff like that, and it's like I got the up and down and like who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey guys, I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna take photos of you guys.
Well,
You ready to like look fun? Let's go outside. I know it's kind of raining, but you look great. You gonna put your shoes on for me,
Can you
pal?
just
What's your
pretend to
name?
do his tie up? Do
I'm
his tie real
I
quick.
don't know your
Just
name.
look-
What's your name?
Yeah.
I won't remember it.
No.
But can we do some photos?
Yeah.
Can you guys grab all your shit?
Yeah.
This is your dad? Oh, hi, Dad. Are you going to play the ukulele? Cool. Fucking smile.
You know what? I think the main thing about weddings just in general is that you're always fucking on. And you could be on for 8 hours, and
Yeah.
that's why you're fucking drained. Is like you get home and you're just like, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't fucking touch me. I'm not even in this room right now.
Yeah. But it sucks is like I do love being that social person. And like that's why I was really good at what I was doing with the hotel and like just
Yeah.
being guest services and just always it by the end of it, I couldn't even smile to people because I was just fried and was over guest services. And it was really obvious that I should not be doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And which really sucks because like I really loved it. And it was like great people and great money. And like I still am incredibly like best friends with all the people that I even worked at the Four Seasons. Like they're still like my like close friends, and it's nuts.
Yeah.
But turning that on for shoots and just having that happy-go-lucky, smiling bullshit that everybody does. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
That you know, it's just hard.
Yeah.
It's you can't say it's easy,
Yeah.
but some people love to do it, and that's why like wedding photographers out there now that are still doing it.
Props.
You know,
Good for
you guys are psychos.
Yeah. I'm giving you props because that means the more you do it, the less I have to.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Keep
that's
up the
freaking
good
awesome.
work, guys.
Yeah, I had somebody ask me the other day, so
Keep
are you
up the
thinking
good
about
work.
doing more wedding photography? And I was like, nope. Nope. I think I've got one wedding booked, and that's in September.
Nice.
And it's just a friend of the family. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll do one. I'll do one. Maybe I'll do another one. But my first one was at the beginning of COVID, and it was a small one. But
Have either of you heard of Warren Noyce?
Who?
Warren Noyce.
Is that
No.
a person?
Yep. He's a photographer. He's based in Saskatchewan,
No.
but is like world famous. Absolutely brilliant photographer. He was like the first guy to film or to shoot a bride in the lake in her dress. Like
Some
that
days I'd
kind
like
of
to
a thing.
shoot a bride in the lake with her dress. Fuck you.
Ayo.
Maybe not the first, but he definitely like he's
Yeah.
won all kinds of awards and all
Cool.
kinds of shit.
I've wanted to dunk a few brides in my time.
Yep.
I just wondered if his reach had made it this far, because it should.
No,
He's-
yeah, but I would like
he's
to
on-
see it. Yeah.
yeah.
I
Check
can
out-
appreciate
I'd
a
probably-
good photographer, and like again, good for him for doing it, so the rest of us don't fucking have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, probably have seen his work, but just never registered.
So I've had a photo shoot with him, and he takes maybe 10 pictures at a photo shoot. He's not one of these ones that takes like a million pictures and picks the
I've
best
learned
ones.
that.
Oh, yeah.
He takes like
there's just more shit to sift through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Culling photos is like my fucking
so he'll spend some time getting the setup right, and then he takes the perfect photo.
Yeah.
And that's it.
yeah,
He doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
I love him.
yeah.
And I hope he charges up the hoo-hoo.
He does. Yeah, he's
Good.
He's sought after. He does weddings, and people fly him all around the world
Nice.
Nice.
to do weddings and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to look them
Well,
up.
good for him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So back
a
to
side
what
note.
I
you're
want to
into.
shake. I want to shake his
I'm
hand.
talking about what you're not into. What are
Yeah.
you? So
Yeah.
I've seen your product photography, and it's freaking awesome. Really good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
love it.
Yeah. I always love. It's funny how I have went from shooting people, like even in Vancouver, was shooting like for Lords of Gastown, like shooting clothing stuff and motorcycles, and was like, oh, we got to do all this, make it look cool.
Yeah.
And then we started working for White Spot, and I was like, oh yeah, let's do like food.
Yeah.
And like get into like food photography,
Yeah.
and it's just fun.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can
That-
go back and take the picture
It's-
like a few times. You can fuck it up and
Yeah,
then
well,
go back and change it.
Food
Not like
photography is I don't want to say it's like harder than I thought it was, but it's tricky to make the food look as fresh as possible all
Right,
the
yeah.
time
You learn some tricks.
without destroying it.
yeah.
I don't want to destroy food because that's horrible. Like
Yeah.
to make food and stuff like that and then cover it with like glue and like oil or like glistening
like
what
they
the
do
hell
in
is that stuff
commercials and
called?
shit.
Yeah. Like they destroy food. Like nothing is edible that they shoot with any of that.
Right, yeah.
And the only thing I wish I kept from the old special effects days was ice, like fake ice.
Yeah.
Because I could use that all the time, but I don't have any of it, and I should order some off of like Amazon or something like that.
Yeah.
But food photography is always just it's like calming
Yeah.
because it's not a model that's yelling at me.
Yeah.
It's not somebody that's like getting distracted or on their phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, here we go. Like this light's nice.
Yeah.
Or I bring like my flash and it's like I can create whatever essence I want with my flashes. And like I don't care if it's a dark room. People are like, oh, this is a dark room. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But just like always changing it up and try to always have it unique for each client. And
Yeah.
yeah,
So when you're
food
doing
photography is
for
fun.
like Theo's, so you've got Theo's and you did do some stuff for Slackwater.
Yeah, I was shooting for Sackwater, but they've been in a bind lately, so
Yeah.
I'm not
But
shooting for
Theo's
them
still,
right
you're
now.
using their regular, like all of their, you're in their environment the whole time and you're
Oh, yeah.
shooting their real food and,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I love it. The place is so gorgeous that I love just going and hanging out with my camera.
Yeah.
And even when like people are in there and people aren't in there, it's just nice to just like capture those moments.
Yeah.
Because
Do you use,
It's
what do you
crazy.
use for your lighting in there then? Do you just use what they've got going on or do you do off camera or do you have?
I'll use the ambient light from time to time
Yeah.
there in the courtyard because it is
Yeah.
nice and bright and open.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I'll bring my softbox.
Yep.
And sometimes I'll do like backlight too, but I don't want to go too crazy with it.
Yeah.
But,
'Cause you're there to just disappear into the crowd, right? A
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Most of the time, I don't even want them to know that I'm taking a photo of them because I don't want to be too staged, even though a lot of the time my work feels very staged, but I don't want to be staged.
Yeah.
I want to capture probably the more genuine side because I don't want social media to feel like it's always this facade.
Yeah.
And
Hey, come to Theo's.
makes my skin crawl just
Yeah.
thinking about that. It's
Yeah.
like making it artificial because Theo's is like it's a beautiful spot and it has such history that it kind of just does itself. Like just hanging out with the people and listening to their stories and listening to Theo talk about it, listening to Greg talk about it, seeing Nico from time to time, just reminisce about like where the wood came from and how they had it milled in Kamloops and all this stuff was like it was built like 40 years ago. And it's just like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And you just sit there and you're like, man, how did I not come to this place earlier?
Right.
I only went to Theo's when I moved here.
Right.
And that's because my friend Michaela, that I know from Vancouver, has her dad that bought Theo's from Theo.
Oh.
So her dad is Greg, and that's how I got that connection with Theo's there.
Oh,
and
okay.
she's like, yeah, we're going to Theo's for dinner. I was like, oh, what the fuck's that?
Cool.
And went in there and was like, this place is amazing. It's like, how did I not know about it? Like the front looks so terrible.
Do you know what's funny about the front?
Tune in next week for the continuation of this episode. Until then, stay hip.